was talking about the springtime relations between our two countries. And I responded by saying it was a long, hard winter for all. And so I told him that I made the correct decision to follow just a independent, neutral policy and pursue where our destiny would lie. I also told him that, we are in Asia, far from the madding crowd of Europe. It's too far away. The Western powers should be worrying about us. Sabi ko, ang swerte natin nandito sa Asia, and since China is the leading industrial power, we'd have to ally with them in trade and commerce, and eventually improve on the bilateral relations and come up with a vibrant economy. I'm very positive about meron akong prepared speech. Kung gusto ninyo, in about 1.5 minutes, tapos ako. Just the thank you, but Ma'am Cynthia would not like that. He would want me to inform you really of what's in my mind. He just brought in, pila ka na ito? $1 billion agri-part products. They're coming next month and have scheduled something like 10 billion for the present, $10 billion. All in all, hopefully coming our way. It had to take the Minister of Commerce of China to tell us frankly that they are the ones in a hurry. And if you are ready with your plans and documents, we'll be glad to come to you the next day. So it behooves upon the technocrats, the bright boys of this government, to just also keep up with the challenges of the times and respond it with in a jiffy. Kasi yung tao, may dadala na ng pera, mayroon pa silang mga proposals. And it would make Secretary Piñol happy that our export products to date has doubled. Talagang nagdudoble lahat on all fronts. Pineapple, and they're buying even the avocados. Kaya if you have a few hectares, tanimanan ninyo yan because avocado has long been to be a very nutritious. Yan ang bagong craze ngayon, avocado. Alam mo, I was rattled with so many figures. Kalimutan ko na tuloy kayo kasi sabi ko we have to, basahin ko na lang to. Ang puro dito, yuan pati dollars. I am not into multitasking anymore. Narinig ko na lang yung dollars. Ayaw nang umalis. I might, just baka sabihin na, baka early signs na ito . But for the prepared speech, it said that just also to give justice to the guy who spent in a rapidly evolving environment full of technological advancements, we should not forget to nurture the agricultural sector. It is, after all, considered as the backbone of economy. It forms the basis for food and nutrition security and provides the raw materials for industrialization. Yun na pati yung pinya mo. These are important factors that allow progress to take place in a society. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations to the winners of the Malinis at Masaganang Karagatan Awards. Your efforts to safeguard marine sanctuaries, keep coastal garbage free, and rehabilitate mangrove areas with a significant impact in the pursuit towards sustainable fisheries development. Let me cut dito. Mag-adlib ako. You just cannot ignore also the cries of Jenna Lopez. I know that we get something like 70 billion in taxes sa mining. But you should also allow Gina to present her case. And I would like to ask Congress to, their APSA commission appointments, tignan nilang mabuti. And she would show you how devastated the environment is. Ako, because I traveled in Mindanao, and even during the campaign, so I was really, really flying low. And may eroplano na kagang-kagang, but hindi na makaakyat eh. Hanggang dyan na lang, 3 tops. But if you pass by Mindanao sa arterial highways, makikita mo rin yung devastations ng yung parang tansan. Parang tansa na yung binaliktad tapos nilagay doon sa taas ng bukid. Marami kasi masyado. It's not because of the big mining guys. It includes every Tom, Dick, and Harry there who wants to get rich. At kung may financier, they'll go and just dig everywhere. Just what happened in Diwalwal. Now, if you get some gold, maybe mineral from a certain area there, eventually, kung marami, in small amounts, because gold is going up from the bowels of the earth. So, magkakaroon tayo ng crisis talaga. We have to, I think, come up with a code or a set of whatever protocol of how to go about controlling mining. It's not because we do not want people to earn. Sabi nga nila sa mga, let me address myself to, yung sa Pilipino lang, wag na yung mga foreign corporations, walang pakialam yan kung saan tayo pupunta. Just the average Filipino. If you listen to Gina present her case, this is not a brief for her. But you have to concede something also to the girl. Dahil lang nagtatrabaho, and she has pointed out these so many factors that would eventually affect the environment of Mindanao. We cannot be allowing diggings forever in the every nook and corner of the mountain ranges. It would spell disaster. Wala akong ano sa mining. Maybe if you follow the Australian or the Canadian protocols, how to extract. Open pit kasi lahat eh. And so there's so many water basins there. And it gets into the soil. And that is why kung every just intensity 1 or 2, because the soil was really loosened under rocks, the water eats into it, erodes into insides. Talagang mag-landslide. Ang landslide, pati yung baha. Now, I want my country to earn. So I'm not saying that I am against mining per se. That I'm against big mining. Far from that, actually. I know that we need the dollars. But somehow we have to look at the other way in a different perspective. But tignan ninyo. She has a good case, Gina. And hopefully we can strike a happy compromise there. But more, I think, on the side of protecting the public interest. That is how I look at it. Kaya ako hindi ako nakialam. Never. Maraming tumatawag sa akin, mga classmate ko, they wanted me to call Gina. Cannot do that. For the life of me, I have never called any cabinet member for any reason at all. I confront them in the cabinet meetings, but not yung tawag-tawag. I do not even know the number of. Ang alam ko lang na number, nawala naman yung iyo, na-delete na. Dinilit mo ako sa buhay mo, gaga. Well, you are a distraction. Nabiro lang yan. Kaya nga sabi ko, I'm not into zinc because I've been listening to the numbers rattled off by the Minister of Commerce, and it makes me happy. And if sabi ko magdating yan, we're all right, I would say, for the next few years. All we have to do is just to, dialogue with them and follow their whatever their anong gusto nila. But let me just also tell you that, frankly, I have told the Chinese point blank that there will be a time. Nandiyan si Sir Ben. Ben, dito, sabi ng, sa lahat ng cabinet member, nagsishare ako kay Sir Ben. I address him, Sir Ben, because I was around when so many past administration, ano budget, luhod-luhod ka doon. So I get to say, Sir, nasanay na ako. Now that he works for me, ako ang nisishare sa kanya. Ganon talaga ang buhay. Tama talaga si Tama si Terap. Weather lang. Talaga totoo. The imponderables of life, especially Philippine politics, do not make endless conclusions. Because it can go either way. That's what makes, what defines our country, actually. Ganun ang binigay sa Diyos sa atin. So, those are the few words I would say. I'd like to thank again the Chinese government for the dala-dala na, and even Surigao, they have allotted some funding for the rehabilitation of Surigao. Yung tinamaan, $1 million. Malaking tulong, mayaman rich. So may I continue just to do justice also. This is all about agriculture. These steps are crucial in building the foundation of sustainable coastal management and help in mitigating the effects of climate change. I hope that this recognition will inspire you even more to remain steadfast in your advocacy to protect and conserve our coastal communities. My warm gratitude to the guys who are there and who have received the awards this afternoon. As much as we are happy that local communities are becoming proactive in preserving our rural coastal areas, there are still those who push for their own selfish agendas without regard to its effects on the environment and to the locality. I'm telling you now, we will not tolerate corruption in any form. So let this serve as a caution to local officials who still condone illegal fishing activities in your areas. Stop now and suffer the consequences. Hindi pa kasi ako nagwala But you know, I would like also to give I'll put them on notice. I'm not fond of giving warnings. In some areas in Mindanao, there's near anarchy, in the sense that they just throw grenades at houses and whatever, kalaban o galit ka, and up to Zamboanga. So, may I just plead to you, for those local officials who are in governance, kindly make use of the powers of government to restore order. Kagaya ng sa Zamboanga. Bakit mo IED, bakit mo granadahin yung mga eskwelahan in Marawi? And some areas in Davao itself. Not only in the Moro areas, but in all, including the unabated manufacturers of Cebu. Doon kasi, baka hindi tala alam ninyo, yung namamatay doon ngayon, sobra na, I said 32. But if you really count the incidents, kasi yung police, hindi naman niya kaya na sila lang, whenever they raid a Cebu factory, they always go in numbers. At ang kaharap nila doon hindi Armalite. It's M60 machine gun. Magkabilaan yan. So, invariably, it results in the death of government forces. And of course, yung extrajudicial killing would indicate to you how it is. I have lost about... kasi ang Central Mindanao, pag what's fueling there is actually drugs. Drugs. Because it's funding the terrorism activities. At kung hindi kaya ng mga mayors doon, then I would say, I will deprive you or take away your authority to supervise the police. Kasi hindi mo naman kailangan. Wala naman nangyayari. Under a lot of, there's really total, in some areas, total breakdown of peace and order. Kaya magdaan lang dyan, 3 weeks ago, isang pamilya na Moro, dumaan lang. Tapos rat-rata na, yung gano'n na kalukuhan na, for any whatever reason, eskwelahan, bubumbahan mo. It's happening in all areas in the Philippines. The drug war, they're continuing in summer, latest, sila na doon. Sabi ko, hayaan mo na muna. Let them kill each other. Tatapusin na lang natin yung naiwan. Kasi, ikaw ang pasangin lang, ikaw ang, bang pasangin lang sa Tagalog, yawa. Pagbintangan. Na naman, nagpatong na yung, sabi ko, hayaan mo na muna. Let them fight each other. So, it's the turf now, it's the market. And do you know why mahirap ngayon? Do you know why it is really very hard to confront criminality now, to confront? Ganito yan eh. It's always the fear of the law that stops someone or somebody from committing a crime or do a wrong. Ganun yan. Tayong sa panahon natin, we're always admonished to obey the law, even the mere ordinances of the city. But what prompted the change of the criminal mind was not really criminal of the onset. Drugs. Dito nag-umpisa yan sa Manila about 6 years ago. Dito nag-umpisa kasi dito sa droga, pag nabangag ka, you no longer have the notions of what is right and wrong. Yan ang nakaproblema dyan. So, the fear of the law is gone. The fear of being encountered by peace officer, wala na kasi. Yung right of wrong, wala na eh. And that is why you see heinous crime committed in thy name. Tamo pati mga bata, lahat, pag na-pick up lang nila dyan sa daan, street children, wala na. The next time, doon na sa isang kanto, warak na ang katawan, patay. Yan ang mahirap because the shabu not only makes you crazy because the immediate effect of shabu shrinks your brain. So if you are left with 4 million shrunk brains, how do you cope up? Yan ang problema sa lahat. It's not about extrajudicial killing, for after all, I have declared war. And so those who were killed in legitimate police operations or are victims of excessive force, I will answer for it. And they can file a case against me anytime. Kung yung sila nag-aaway, early on, sila yung nag-agawan ng turf nila, just like in Athens, America. Do not blame it on us. I am ready to go to jail for the right reason. Unang question yan, ako ang nag-utos, go out and hunt for them. This was really the instruction all the way since my Davao days. Arrest them if still possible. But if they present a violent resistance and placing your life in jeopardy, kill them. Yun ang sinabi ko. And I will not take it back. Nandyan na yan eh. Sa Davao, pati dito. Na kung maraming patay, kasi noon, walang pulis nagtatrabaho. Kasi it has become a favorite leverage na pag nademanda ka ang pulis, even the mga rin, pag sabi nung after the raid, they will claim may nawala, may ganon, then they file charges. Alam mo, ang pulis, once they are suspended to answer for charges, they have nothing to eat. Alam ba ninyo yan? Wala silang pagkain. Kaya takot ang pulis. Ngayon, bakit? Well, look at the situation before I came in. Who were dying? Sinong namamatay? Sinong biktima? Ito yung mga inosente, mga estudyante, mga bata. Ngayon sabi, sino ngayon ang namatay? Sila, anso, pag nagtrabaho ang pulis, kaya hindi takot, kasi sabi ko, I will answer for you. Just do your job. Along the way, you may commit some mistakes. I will answer for it. Collateral damage, tinawaan yung bata, I will answer for it. Because ako yung nag-utos. Pero sabihin mo na, lahat na lang ng patay dyan, basta yung namatay ng malaria akin, kalupuhan yan. I said, I can go to prison for the right reason. For the right, yung ginawa ko. Sino ba naman? Sabihin mo na mabutan mo nakatalikod. Berna, you are in a distract ako, you close your legs, God. National TV na? Kikinig na ba papa mo? Wala na. Huwag na tayo dyan sa droga na. No one should be left behind in our journey to progress and self-sufficiency. Remember that we must prioritize the welfare of the disadvantaged and the marginalized. Well, ayaw ninyong maniwala o maniwala kayo, basta this government is for the poor. Yung mga, hindi ninyo kailangan ng presidency. You need not need the intervention of the president. Kaya na ninyong, it could be safety or... So let us work together to empower our farmers and fisher folk in order to achieve our goals and of a bountiful Philippines. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, I was never wrong in choosing si Secretary Piñon. He comes from a farming hometown, Blang. Yun yung ang una kasing pumasok sa Mindanao, mostly the Visayans. But they settled sa mga progressive places na. Then came the next batch. Pero yun ang una, mga Ilocano, because of the land. Tignan mo yung probinsya, North Cotabato. Someday, it would be richer, far more richer than Davao. Sa bukid, makikita mo yung mga maliit, simple na mga chalet, pero may swimming pool. And if the Ilocanos are there, you can see up to the top of the mountain may rubber tree. Pero kung magtingin ka dito, kasi minsan nawala ang chopper ko, na-weather kami, so we could not get out of the thick clouds. So sabi ko sa piloto, Ilocano rin, sundalo, sabi ko, magland ka na lang dito. Alam mo, Congressman, saan tayo? Tingin-tangi kami ng NPA. Wala man. May mga bata sumasalubong sa chopper. Nung paglanding sa mga bata, chopper! Ako, North Cotabato tayo. Chopper! Yun ang constituency niya. Kaya kayong mga Ilocano, huwag kayong ma-insulto. May grandson. May dalawa na pala ako, all Ilocanos. Tagapawa yan. Do not be offended. It's not a joke, it's true. So by the tuwang. Ang Bisaya naman is iba. Ladies and gentlemen, the next song you'll hear is from Doris D. Singing D by D. Bisaya. Huwag kayong mga Bisaya. Hoy, huwag kayong ano ha? Cebuano from Danao. So that one day, in the not so distant future, no Filipino should ever go hungry. It's taken much of your time. I'd like to thank you for your presence, and I appreciate how you responded to the programs of government. Sabi ko, we have a very good agriculture secretary. Alam ko, marunong He knows agriculture from A to Z. Fingertips niya yan. Dito sa presidente, iba. DDS. No, if you really ask, nandiyan yan sila, I am not into excuses. No apologies, pero you should learn more about DDS. It was organized to combat yung Sparrow noon sa Davao. And you can ask the people, the old guys there. It was then known as the DDS martial law. Yung nagbabanatan yung Sparrow pati. But anyway, rather than sound to be apologizing for, I will answer for my misdeeds. And I can rot in prison for the right. For the right. Huwag naman yung basta itapon mo na lang. So, we have these innovations, and again, we thank the good secretary for a job well done. Salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. May we now...
Yan ang talumpati ni Pangulong Duterte sa Malacanang.
Kasunod yan ang mga aktibidad ng Department of Agriculture sa Malacanang